The Right Call is a book written by Sally Jenkins, a sports writer, columnist, and a New York Times best-selling author. This book provides insight into how athletes become the best of the best, what goes in the best athlete's mindset before, during, and post-match. Sally gathered all the rich experiences while observing them from the sidelines or during the interviews. I got this book as a gift and I totally adore it. It took me 2 weeks to read this 250-page book. It's an asset in my home library. Another important message the author has passed on to the readers is what sports teach us about work and life. The 7 principles described in the book are: Number 1. Conditioning. The author has beautifully portrayed how athletes condition their body to prepare for mental toughness. Game-fit body needs continuous discipline conditioning to prepare for competitions. Basically, you are building the capacity to take on more intense competitions. Sally gave an example in the form of Michael Phelps, the legendary swimmer who for 20 years swam for 5 miles a day, 7 days a week. Number 2. Practice. Practice makes a man or woman perfect. Practice makes magic to sports or to any profession in the world. The more you do, the better it is. Practice is strategic and targeted work performed in front of a coach or mentor. With practice, you are building skills and techniques to outclass the competitors and win it for the team. The author gave an example of Peyton Manning, one of the greatest quarterbacks, and how he and other Colts players outclassed the Chicago Bears during a rainy Super Bowl because they had practiced with wet ball several times during training sessions. Number 3. Discipline. Discipline is a framework for life. The earlier one develops it, the better it is. Discipline will make you one of the greatest of all. It's a foundation for a successful life. Discipline starts from sleeping on time, getting up on time, conditioning the body, and continuous dedicated practice without any distractions, on and off the field. The author exemplified this to a certain extent when she described what rules coaches bring in for their teams in order for the team to stay without distractions. Number 4. Candor. One of the principles the author has described in this book is candor, language. The right language, the right tone between the player, in between player to coach, or between managers and employees have broader implications. That language tells us how far the team or a group will go in their respective areas. Number 5. Culture. Culture comes from leadership, from co-founders, from coaches. It's a healthy environment where players, athletes, and employees thrive. It's about how you communicate. It comprises of many moments and layers. It's an important for leadership to cultivate a promising culture as employees, athletes look upon leadership coach. 4 major players Sally had described about culture are: articulate the character you aspire to, make hires that reflect, communicate it across organization, reinforce with policies. Sally gave an example of a company named Patagonia, renowned for its high employee retention, and the reason is excellent culture. Number 6. Failure. Learning from failure is the stepping stone to success. Until one fails, he/she will not realize his mistakes that need to be improved on. Acknowledge failure, embrace it, learn from it, practice it out, overcome shortcomings, and come out victorious. Sally in this book gave an example of LeBron James, the most dominant player of an era. In 2013, in Game 3 of NBA Finals, James missed 14 of 21 shots he took against San Antonio Spurs and team lost. He acknowledged and promised his teammates he'll be better. In the next 2 games of the series, he shot down 32 and 37 points that led his team to victory. Number 7. Intention. What is your motive in life? Tom Brady's intention was to win Super Bowl for his team. Intention is the conscious decision to work towards a self-crafted identity, to refuse to let events or other people decide who and what you will be. Without intentionality, how else could have Tom Brady developed himself into a world-class quarterback player? Some of my personal favorite moments from the book are: discipline will make your life. Intention. Have that motive and motto and don't let anyone or circumstances distract you from that. Failure. Acknowledge failure and work towards improvements and becoming best. In summary, Sally Jenkins has authored an excellent book and should be proud of herself. The principles described by Sally, if taken seriously by a sportsperson or rather anyone, will change her life. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back with a new one